Yo, and we're back. Sorry about that. Promising will be no more interruptions during this podcast. So let me get my guy back in, and we'll be good to go. We will be answering our own questions. We will be asking each other questions, and it's gonna be interesting. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna dig it. So as soon as I can get him back in, we can get started. So, there we go. Okay. Once again, I apologize for the delay. Back though.
Let's go to the bathroom.
So, first topic is hip hop, correct?
Affirmative.
Okay, so who do you want to start with the questions? Because I got
It
mine
don't
ready to
matter.
go.
We don't have to. If you don't want to, we don't have to. Go all 5 questions one person.
No, we can do whatever, however you want to do it, man. Doesn't matter to me.
I'm gonna let you start,
All right. So my first question
even though I
is.
know all your questions.
You
And
ain't supposed to tell the audience that. So no, it's all good. It's all good.
we don't have
Uh,
every single question for every topic that we do. We don't know. We don't know every question of every topic that
exactly.
we do for for the other person. All
And we
right.
just getting started, so it's like it doesn't even matter. Uh, the second topic we know nothing about, so it should be interesting. But let's get on with it. So, first question is, in your opinion, who is the GOAT of each era in hip hop?
All right. So, how far are you talking back?
So we're going all the way back to the days of Grandmaster Flash and DJ Kool Herc and Rakim.
That that's that's who I had in mind. I was like, all right, so for the that's the '80s, right?
Yes.
Okay, Rakim would be '80s, hands down.
Okay.
Um, Only because like I didn't study him too much, but like his name always came up. It always came up. There was not a time where his name didn't come up, and he was. I feel like he was so relevant. You know, he
True
was
that.
so like he was so like relatable. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
especially for his time. For he was
agree.
a very conscious rapper. He was one of many conscious rappers.
I feel like people overlook Eric B too. It was a great duo.
Yeah, Eric B was nice.
I
I
gotta get into
liked
them.
Eric
I
B.
gotta get into Rakim a little bit more. I didn't really do my research that much on him. I mean, I heard about him from being in hip hop and ethics class, but like, I don't really know too much about him myself. So I gotta dig deeper into him.
Me
But
too.
he definitely one of the goats.
So '90s.
There's
This hit you hard because like you know
so many, right?
this now you know what you get yourself into. Um, you got so you got movements, bro. You got movements, big
All right.
movements. You got self self upbringing,
All
self
right.
upbringing. You got flaunting. You got mental problems start to come in. People start talking about mental problems. You already know what I'm talking about.
All right.
I forget his name though. Um, and because this is a lot. It's a lot that happened that just changed from 80s to 90s. It's so much that changed.
Right. Just in the
Um,
world in general too.
yeah, and I just can't say it's one thing because I just can't say it's one person. It's really hard because like the the culture. I wouldn't just because of this era. I wouldn't say it's one person. I would say it's a collective. They all complement each other in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you said I have to give you a person, and
Well, I mean, you don't add to. I mean, I ain't gonna pressure you. We could just move on to the next era if you want.
all right, it makes it a little bit. It's still not easy. So 2000s
Yes.
or the 2020s.
We skip that
Because
era.
listen, I don't know. The 21st century, what decade? You know, we go by decades.
Yeah, so every 10 years, it's another decade. So the 80s, we got the 90s, we got the 2000s, we got the 2010s, then you got you can't really do the 2020s. We in the 2020s. But we could do the 2020s, but nah, can't really do it. It's not over yet. So we got
Yeah.
the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s.
Well, technically it is over because, like, after 2010s, 11,
Yeah,
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We just
yeah,
we just passed it. We just passed the 20s.
that's we still in the 20s, bro. So it's 2022. We in the 2020s now. We just started the 2020s.
No, I'm 10 years. We're talking about 10 years.
10 years ain't passed yet for this decade. I'm saying the 2010s, right?
Yes, it
The 2010s,
has.
the 2010s was its own decade.
So the 2020s ain't his own decade either. The 20 it has to be 2030.
We in the 2020s, so that's why
So
I'm
it has
saying
to
we
be
can't answer.
2030. Never mind, I get it. Never.
Oh man, it's the first episode. It's gonna be the last. It's gonna be the
I
last.
get it. Oh my god! Look, listen.
All right.
So
Just go to 2000. Just go to 2000.
2000s, right? All right. So 2000s, all the bullshit started coming in. I mean,
Facts though. That's
it was
facts.
dying like the relevance. It was dying like the relatable stuff. Like the no relatable stuff didn't really die off. It was more
You
so
still have
the
some good people.
conscious.
You mean?
It was more so the conscious people died off.
Oh, you had a couple. You had a
A
good amount.
couple, but you ain't
You can
have it like
argue.
it was in the 90s and the 80s.
I mean, of
It's
course
not.
not.
It's,
The 90s
of
was the
course not.
best.
Exactly. That's what I'm
That
trying to
was the
say.
golden era. But
Yeah.
I would say the 2000s compared to like the 2010s, like we still had a good amount. Like we had
Yeah.
M, we had Wayne, we had M, we had Jay Z, we had you know what I'm saying. We still had some
Yeah.
some some players, bro. We had Method Man, Redman. Like
My mindset was on like Young Jeezy and all the
yeah,
new
Jeezy.
new new artists that came out, T.I. and all of them, all of them,
Right.
all of, like the street. I was thinking of the street rappers. I don't know why.
Yo, do you have a goat for that era?
Of course, Eminem.
Ah, I feel like it's the same answer I got. Same answer I got. Okay. 2010.
Um,
And when I say 2010, I mean from 2010 to 2019.
give me some artists.
So we got Kendrick Lamar, we got Cole, we got Drake, we got we got we got Wayne, we got Ross, we got Big Sean,
Meek
we got
Mills.
Meek Mill, just to name a few.
Oh man, that's when the they're not
Tiger,
even they're not even too bad of a group to come
I
in.
shouldn't
Like
have
those
named Tiger.
people, they was nice for the times they came in. It's just they just had to hold their spot for as long as they could. Some of them didn't hold it long enough. I would say the reason why I said that is because you said 2000s. So it's confusing me. I'm still confused because you said
10 years. Let's do 10 years.
all right, 10
So
years.
start.
2010. So 2010 to 10 years later.
Yeah. So you go
Okay.
from 2010 to 2019.
Okay. Cool. That's 9 years.
Well, you don't just ignore it. You don't ignore. You don't put 2020 because we in 20. You can't do that.
We're not in 2020. We're in 2022.
I'm saying we in the 2020. The 2020 is in its own in itself is a whole decade. It's a whole another decade. So when we talk about the next GOAT after the 2010s, we're gonna start from 2020. Like who?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I see.
Oh.
I see. I see now. All right. That's what got me mixed up. But so 2019, right?
Exposing us. We supposed to be intelligent. No, go ahead.
No, sometimes you just don't get things. You just gotta clarify. That's all it is.
It's good. It's all good.
All right. So I would say man, somebody was really killing stuff. Who was really killing it? Who was really killing it? I'm gonna say Drake.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
gonna say Drake because he was doing pretty good. He was doing really good for himself. Not like he is now because it's different, but I
I
would
could argue
say
that, but I ain't going to.
I'm gonna say he's not doing so bad now. He's not doing too bad now. He's doing bad, but not too bad. He's like
I could argue
he's
that.
not giving it his best. That's all I'm trying to say. He's not giving it his best.
You don't have to. All right, we ain't gonna get into that though. All right, so you said 80s, right, Kim? 90s, you skipped. 2000s, you said M. And 2010s, you said Drake. All
Yeah.
right. So now on to me. 80s, I had to go with. I can't go with one individual. I had to go with, even though they came out late 80s NWA, because like they transformed hip hop into what it is today. Like even though it's not genuinely the same, it's still like they paved the way for like for the way that rap is today. Period. Like it wouldn't even be like gangster rap without it. So I would say NWA for the 80s. 90s got to go with pop. You know who better? Who better?
Wait, I got a question. You say NWA, right?
Right.
But NWA is an entire group. Are you
I know
talking?
I can't give it to one person because like they was like it was one person out of all of those like out of all of them together because like they did so much together and it's like you don't even look at it like it was a group. It's just like to me I look at it like they was all one and they changed it together as one. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But if I had to name one person,
Oh,
is
Jay Burris.
yo,
Uh, you should have named before you started the live. They got this thing where it's this title on this side.
oh yeah, I definitely forgot to
You
do
should have
that. Thanks for
named it.
reminding. Can you?
Name it next time. That's all.
How about to say, can you still do that?
I don't think so.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
That'd be cool to do though. If you could just do it.
Yeah, if I had to pick one person, Easy, I would say in the '80s because I love Easy so much and he did so much, and I feel like he's so underrated. and yeah, for the '80s, Easy E. But
He had
NWA
the
in
best.
general.
He had the best beats, bro.
He- Man, real mother loving G's. Gotta hear that, John. If you haven't heard it already, one of the best diss tracks of all time too. Um, like I said, '90s Tupac. Uh, I feel like he revolutionized hip hop and the culture itself. 2000s, I'm gonna go with your answer, Eminem, because oh my God, like what can you say about Eminem that hasn't already
Bro,
been said? Like the
his
man is
his
a
this
different
is
breed.
his diss tracks. That album called Recovery.
Yup. He
Man,
did so much, bro, and he's still doing. He's still giving to the culture. He's still giving back. You know what I'm saying? Not too many rappers doing that from that era. Um, 2010s. Gotta be my man Drake. I would even say I'm gonna
really,
say Drake. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna say Drake when the next decade come up because this man ain't gonna stop. Like he been grinding and he's still grinding, bro. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get off number one. We've been on number one for too long. Um, too long. We spent like 30
hey,
minutes on this question.
oh yeah,
Uh,
we trying to get like two different topics going on. I forgot about that.
yeah. I mean, if you want to do it, like it's up to you. Cause I'm free.
Sure.
Uh, all right. My second question is: do you feel like female rappers get the same respect as the men, and why?
No, because the simple fact that they're looked at as a sex thing. Because like Rick Ross even said it himself. Like, he said, I'm not working with a female unless I'm having sex with her." Like, that's what he said. Like, he said that. And Lotto had also had a story, whereas though she 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 said he said they wouldn't let her make a song, whatever, something like that, or do a deal or something, unless they had sex with her. Unless
What?
unless she had sex with him. It's
That's crazy.
ridiculous. Like they're not seen as artists. They're seen as sex sex
Symbols,
sex
objects.
symbols, yes. And it's nasty. I don't like the way that they com, 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 contribute, try to contribute,
I do.
try to, you know what I mean? Like they
I
try
do.
to
I do have a couple exceptions though. You know,
what?
maybe not women of the day, but women from the past. Lauren Hill would be one. I don't think she was treated like that.
Yes.
Um, I feel like she
You don't think
commanded
she was treated
respect,
like that?
like, cause she. No, I feel like people looked at her like one of the guys, like one of the hardest workers. Like
Yeah.
when you hear the top females, you think of her automatically.
Lauren Hill automatically.
Yeah, and I feel like she get the respect that she deserved. Um, maybe not from this generation, but from hers.
You think it got something to do, but you think, like, back to what I was saying, you think they got something to do with the way that he dressed?
That's a
Because
good
Lauren Hill
question.
don't dress like that.
Maybe. Yeah, the way they carry themselves. Yeah, maybe.
Exactly. Lauren Hill don't dress like that though. Like that's the thing I was trying to say. Like a lot of women in this generation, they carry themselves to be a certain way. I want you to save this too. They carry themselves to be in a certain way, whereas they're like they're sexualizing themselves, like they want attention for some odd reason, and it's like they're calling out for attention for some odd reason, and it's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, why do that? You don't need to do that. Your beauty should speak for itself. You don't need to
Exactly.
sexualize yourself to be noticed. And that's one thing that I just never I failed to understand. You know what I mean? Like I can't understand why women do that. I don't know why these clothes are so sexualized they make now. Um,
Me neither, bro.
it's crazy.
um,
But I'm sorry to get away from the topic, but it's just
Oh, you good, you good. That's the thing. That's the thing I love about this. Like, that's why I wanted to start this, because we have so much good conversations as is. And I'm like, why not share it with the world and share it with our fam on Instagram? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is all good. I love it.
But yeah, back to the question: do you think female rappers get the same respect as male? It depends on who you're looking at. It really
Oh, you
depends on
answered
who
it
you're
already.
looking at. Huh?
I thought you answered it already.
Yeah,
That's cool though.
I basically did. But I think to rebuttal, I want to say I think it depends on who you're looking at.
I
That's
agree.
that's the main thing. It just depends on who you're looking at, depending on like who's around them. Even Nicki Minaj, like,
I was just thinking of Nicki.
cause look,
I feel like it
um,
goes both ways with her though. I feel like people respect her as an artist, but at the
yeah,
same time, like they attracted to her. You know?
exactly. But you know, Lil Wayne was the reason why she got butt shots.
Was he?
Yes,
I didn't know.
he kept inviting all these girls into the studio with her while she was in there, and they would
What?
have big butts, and he would always be talking about big butts. Always, like, it was never not on his mind. And the next thing you know, that got her into wanting to go get a big butt so she could be liked by him. You know what I mean? Like, it is. I
I like
mean,
my girl, JbDk. Drake
oh
said
my
that though,
god,
ironically. Uh,
yeah. But I'd rather have a natural BBW than a plastic surgery BBW,
I don't
and
even
that's
care
just
for
fact.
BBW to be honest with you. Anyway, where we at?
Hey,
Um,
hey, that's my preference though. I mean, I don't prefer. I'm sorry for interrupting, but
you good? Are you good? You a
it
host, bro.
doesn't
You can
really
do whatever you
matter.
want.
It doesn't. I'm not saying. I'm not. You can't be fat out to the point where as though you're just unhealthy. You can look any other way, but you just cannot be fat to the point where it's unhealthy. For me, that's just my opinion.
I got you. Okay. Dr. King started snapping. Okay. Um, question. Oh, I didn't even answer the question. I feel like they do get respected. It's some of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I remember, like I was saying, Lauryn Hill, Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's women that respect. MC Light. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
Even Nicki in a way. I feel like she get respected to a degree, but a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people just attracted to her. But
It's got.
third, where we at? Number three.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what era, if any, do you wish you could relive or be a part of, and why?
All right. What era was Flavor Flav in?
That's the NWA era. That was the 80s.
I want to be in the 80s.
Public
Only
Enemy.
because they had the Black Panther Party popping back then.
The
And
shirts.
my uncle was in the Black Panther. And
Oh,
I would
really?
like to see like
I didn't
how
know
they
that.
got down and what happened, and also
Mm-hmm.
everything that was going on in the music scene during that time. Because I know it was revolutionary rappers that were rapping, and it's not so much of them anymore. That's part of the reason why I kind of wanted to be a wanted to be a part of that kind of essence of like rapping. But a lot of
I
people
feel
don't
you.
like to hear that. They don't want to hear. They don't want to be a part of that, bro. That's the
That's why you
thing. They
gotta go
don't want
back
to be
in
a part of
time.
that.
That's why you gotta go
You
back in
could.
time.
It is like going back in
Uh,
time.
I say that's why you gotta go back in time, because back then that's what people wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
Um,
people from the Black Panther Party just like rapping. That was.
the Okay, so era I could relive, it would be, or no. or be a part of, it would be the '90s. Like who didn't want to be a part of the '90s? Seriously,
I would say that
like
too. Yeah.
everything was great. Not even just hip hop. Everything was great, bro. You had your Michael Jacksons, you had your Tupacs, you had your Biggies, you had your Martin Lawrences, your Chris Tuckers. Like everything was popping. Your Stone Cold, your Rocks. Like what wasn't popping, bro?
Yo, everything,
Um,
everything.
but yeah, the '90s for hip hop because like I feel like that's the golden era. Like everything was great. It was like all the rap groups was great. You had Wu-Tang and WA. You had Naughty by Nature.
Yes,
Uh,
yo.
what they
Cypress
call
Hill,
Bone Thugs.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, Cypress Hill.
Tupac group.
You know about
What?
Cypress Hill?
Who?
You know about Cypress Hill?
A little bit, not
The
too
white
much.
guys.
A little bit. Yeah. I just seen them on TV not too long ago. Public Enemy. Yeah, so many. But yeah, the '90s for sure. Um, Number 4. What hip hop death hit you the hardest?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Half those deaths that happened in hip hop didn't hit me because I wasn't alive to feel those. But the
I
only
feel
death,
you.
but honestly, if you want me to be real with you, the only death that hit me, yeah, see, it's only out of two people. It's only out of two people. I'm gonna just name those people: XXX Tentacion and Nipsey Hussle. I know that Nipsey Hussle, he had like a big following and everything. I didn't know much of him. I listened to his album. I listened to one album when I didn't know him before he died. When I didn't know him, I stumbled across him, and I was like, "All right, cool. He sound cool. You're all nice." Next thing you know, he started making all these different songs. I'm like, "Oh, that's who that is." I'm like, I
Nipsey.
didn't never knew who that was. You ever just like find somebody and not know who that is, but
I
then
thought
you
Nipsey. I thought Nipsey was from like Snoop Dogg in them era, like cause his
exactly
name.
like,
Yeah, like and
yo,
he just looked like somebody from old school.
exactly.
I had no idea he was in new school.
And then X, man, he touched the mental health community in a different way. Probably like nothing like no other person could ever do.
True that. Even though I didn't know him like that, I'm sure he did. Um, to answer my question myself, honestly, I feel like I agree with you. Like I don't really, we wasn't really alive to like when the main ones like when the main ones passed away. But
Yo, man,
uh, I feel like people that even wasn't alive during his time, Tupac, bro,
I would have been
how
hurt. That I would
like
have been
how
hurt. Yo,
it's
Biggie,
like
I would have
even
been hurt.
it's like even though you wasn't a part of his time, right?
Yeah,
You grow up and you do your research and you learn so much about him, and then it's
you
like you
start.
knew him. It's like
Yeah,
you
you
knew
start
him,
feeling them.
right? And
Yeah.
it's like they're alive until the
Yes.
point where they're not, and it's
And
like
then you find
that's
out.
when it hits you. It hits you.
Yeah.
It hits you when they already dead or they been dead, but you just now finding out like you it's like it's new to you. So I would still say Pac because like when I heard he died, I'm like, what? Like why did he die? I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was
Mm-hmm.
so good for the community. It was like ridiculous to me. But yeah, Tupac to this day, bro. I don't think there'll never be another death in hip hop that'll hit harder than him.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
that's just me.
That's right.
Number 5. Where do you see hip hop going in the next decade or so?
Good questions, man.
Appreciate it. Put a lot of thought into it, my brother.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right. So, where do I see hip hop going in the next decade or two?
Whoever this one
He's
person
either
is
going.
that's
He's either
tuning in,
going to
by
get.
the way, I appreciate you.
Oh yeah. Don't forget about the viewers.
They've been
My
there for the
deja
longest.
vu. My deja vu was happening.
Yeah, we appreciate you. This is our first John, and everybody that's coming through, we appreciate you.
So I would just say like there. I'm trying to. I can't really predict because I don't know where it's gonna go. But like I feel like in the next decade, there are gonna be some new artists or some artists that come out of the woodwork that just like shine like the next stars. You know what I mean?
You know what
Give
I
it
should?
2 decades.
You know what I should have asked you? Dang. I feel like I should have asked you a different question. Uh, do you ever feel like do you think that it's ever going to be another megastar again?
Like
And
who? Like
what I
Biggie and
mean,
Pop?
yeah, like somebody that's like bigger than hip hop, that's like bigger than music. You know what I'm saying? Like an icon.
Nah, nah,
No
nah.
more icons.
I don't think so. I don't think they'll give us that Bob Marley feel or anything like that. No Michael Jackson. No, you know what I mean. No Billie Jean.
Got you. So those are
Nah,
the
I just
old.
don't think so because like it's possible, but it would be very rare that happens.
It's gonna take a lot.
Yes, it will. I don't know who got that drive. I don't know nobody who has that drive to want to be the best to ever do it again.
It could be
Again,
you. It could be you.
it could be me, but
Well,
I don't think I have that drive.
don't doubt yourself.
I
Never
ain't
doubt.
doubting myself. I know I don't, cause I don't think it's a thing. I don't think I want to have that drive. That drive to be the best ever. I don't want that. I don't want that pressure on me. But
Well, let's.
we gonna talk more about it.
Well, I'm gonna just end on this note. It's never up to the artist. It's always up to the wonderful fans to decide who's the greatest and who's not the greatest. And so I feel like artists beat themselves up too much about being the best when it's not up to them to be the best. Just be the best that they can be. But uh, to answer that question, where do I see hip hop going? My God. Unfortunately, I don't see it going anywhere positive or in the right direction. Hopefully that changes. I feel like hip hop is doing really well, but it's like nobody's noticing because people only look at mainstream. So I feel
Yeah,
like there's a lot of artists that's working their butt off. You know what I'm saying?
underground,
And
underground.
they not getting the respect. You know what I'm saying? It's like people only see hip hop as mainstream, and that's why people say hip hop is dead. But it's not dead. You're just not. You're not giving everybody a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. When you say mainstream hip hop, I don't see it getting any better because it's like you said on the phone before we even got on this, John. Uh, we already know what sells, and
Yeah.
people are going to continue to make that whether people like it or not. But
Yes.
hopefully, I hope that somebody steps up and like somebody from Pac era, like a youngin, but his mindset is from Pac era, and I hope he can do something so strong to change the whole direction of hip hop. I just hope that happens. You know what I'm saying? I hope it could be. I hope it could be me or you or anybody that we know,
I.
but you never know.
You never know.
You never know. That's the beauty of life. You never know. All right, so we're done with this first John. This is topic two. Topic two would be what?
I didn't even ask my questions.
You done did. You done did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because you was reading off your phone. I felt like you was answering your questions.
No, you was answering questions.
All right, go ahead. Never mind that. Never mind that. We're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen.
This is like, all right. I might have to reformulate this one. What happened to hip hop from the 80s through the 2000s?
No, 2000. It's like, no.
Through the 2000s.
I feel like it just changed with the world and changed with the times. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's not up to me to decide. But the 80s, yeah, it was just a different time. It was like you got to think about what was popular back then, like crack cocaine and stuff like that.
Then they
Just
got the
gang.
weed popping.
Yeah.
Then they got the weed and the heroin popping.
Yeah. The 90s, it was just like, it was just a good time, bro. I feel like rap was dangerous, but at the same time, everybody wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
They enjoyed the danger. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about now?
No, in the 90s.
It's kind of like that now too. I mean, like it's a good portion of hip hop that's like that though.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like the Pop Smokes and whatnot.
The Lil Durks and the Meek
Yeah.
Mill. Yeah.
The
They just
2000s, I
kill
feel
us.
like.
Like they just
Right.
kill us. That's all they about is just trying to kill somebody. Like it disgusts me, man. I can't. I don't want to talk about it though, cause like
That's a topic for a different day.
it's gonna make me go. It's gonna make me get out of character.
Hey, man, let's make it a topic, bro. And we could talk about it all day. The 2000s, I feel like that was a dance era. Like I feel like
Yeah.
it changed into like
Soldier Boy.
The Soldier Boys, the what's his name? The Bow Wows, the
Bow Wow.
Romeos, you know. You remember Silento? That was his name,
Silento.
I don't even remember what he sung or rapped. I don't even remember what his genre was. Yeah.
Watch me whip.
No, 2010s is just, you know.
I see whip.
2010s.
Watch me day.
I don't even know how to describe the 2010s for real.
It's a mix of everything. They give you a dose of everything.
That's kind of a perfect good way to describe it. Okay. How do you feel?
Second, who are the top 3 artists of today? Excuse me.
Top 3 artists of today, I would say Drake number 1, of course. J. Cole number 2, and I would say Jonah Lucas number 3.
Damn, that's a hard choice to say. I would just all right, so you got, cause look, bro, this is all on preference. All on preference, all of what you prefer, all of what you think, all of what your opinion is. So
Of course.
I got J. Cole number 1. Cause I just think J. Cole he just telling the truth. He's telling the truth. He just killing it. Kendrick and Drake.
Good mix.
That's the top 3. I mean,
I feel like that's been the conversation for a while though.
it
and it's I feel like it's sad to a degree
It is sad.
that it's still like that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I ain't complaining. I love Drizzy, but like, he's still number 1 after all these years. Come on, man. This proves nobody else on this level, I guess. But
It's like I ain't gonna lie, because sometimes it's like when you think about it. Before we go to the next topic, when you think about it, it's like it gets boring to have just one person as the number one person for so
right.
long. It gets so
Well,
boring.
not the main. It depends on that person. Like if I really like them, then I'm happy for them. You know, I don't switch up on people.
No, I mean, but say, all right, say if, all right, say if, all right, what team do you like? What team do you like on basketball?
I don't really like basketball anymore. But I'm
Back
gonna say
when you liked basketball.
Heat when LeBron and all of them was on there
All right, so when LeBron was on there, how many times would you like to see them go to the chip?
every year. That's my team. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh my
why would you? Why
god.
wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to see your team win every year if that's your team?
I I wouldn't like to see my team win every year.
All right, let's change the example. Say, let's bring it back to hip hop.
I would like to share the sugar.
Say I was running hip hop for such amount of years, and and you might, I'm your guy, and you support me. You would get tired of seeing me run hip hop year after year, even though I'm your guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I would say yeah. I mean, give somebody else able the torch. Pass the torch.
But
Pass the
that's not.
torch.
That's not. That's
If you
not.
don't want 5, 10 years running in the game, and you don't need it, you don't actually need the self acclaim, the attention anymore. Then
But you
why
gotta
ask
ask
for it
this.
all the time?
But you
Why
gotta
be
ask this.
spoiled? At
But
this
you
point, we're
gotta.
being spoiled.
But you gotta ask yourself this question: does anybody else that really deserve it? Like who else deserves it? Like
You gotta, damn
you're
right. You're
probably
right.
there for a
But,
reason.
huh?
I said you're probably there for a reason if you've been there for years and you're still there. So it's like if somebody else deserves your spot, why aren't they in your spot? Because you peep in hip hop, nobody stays at the top for too long. Drake is the only man who's ever done that, bro. Like they either got murdered, they either just fell off, or somebody else just came and took them out the spotlight. I seen it happen with 50 Cent. I seen it happen with Jay-Z. People can argue that, but that's what I say. Um, yeah, every era, bro. Like nobody stays at the top, but for somehow Drake managed to do that. So I respect that. Like I have no problem with that.
So like,
I don't feel nobody deserves his spot because I feel like who works harder. Like
so like, knowing that it's opinionated, bro. Knowing that it's opinionated,
mhm.
Who else would you want to see up there?
Well, besides Drake, I would say Cole because Cole has been up there with Drake, and but Cole finally starting to get that respect. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's still not where he should. Well, maybe he's not where he should still. Maybe he's still
Listen,
not where he should be.
listen. I'm
But
about to go look up something real quick. Give me a second. I'm going to show you the subscribers he has. J Cole has on what's his name, and then I'm going to show you how many subscribers Drake has, and then I
who
want
do
you to
you
tell me something.
who do you feel should be at the top spot?
Um, damn, I don't know because I don't think they doing. I don't think nobody. No, they, to be honest, you want me to be honest? I don't think nobody's
Be
doing
honest.
it better than everybody was in '90. I don't think nobody's doing it as good as they were in '90.
I mean, true, but this ain't the '90s.
If the '90s era people were still here, they wouldn't be up top. And you damn so know that. You do.
Of course, I don't disagree with that. But they're
But
not.
there's still a lot of old
And
heads. There's still a lot of old heads that's doing this. That back then they was doing it, and I think they can still do it.
I agree. I agree. I feel like if Pac was still alive, he would still be number one. But they not around. Jay-Z's from that era, yet he's not in the top. He's gone. Where is he at? Like he comes out when he feels like it. Like really, I
Cool,
know people
Jay-Z.
get sick of me. Yeah, I know people get sick of hearing about Drake, but he's who works the hardest, who has something out every year, who has the number one hit out every year, like who's at the awards every year. How can you argue with something like that? I don't. If somebody else deserved it, they would be in that spot. I really feel like there's no excuse at this point because Drake is old. Somebody can take him out of the spotlight if they're better.
Nah, bro. It's all about who they want to see at the top, bro. It's not about who did what anymore.
But who want to see
Because
Drake at the top?
I could easily tell you that J. Cole is a better rapper than Drake is. I
But
could
who want
easily
Drake
tell
at the
you that.
top? Who want Drake at the top? He got more haters than he got supporters.
That's your opinion.
It's a
You don't
fact.
know how many people love Drake.
Every time I say Drake is the GOAT, somebody disagrees. Every time. Of this generation.
That's because you're around Philly people. If you go in different states,
I
no.
still think they
Then
would say somebody else.
go to New York. Go to New York and
You
ask a whole
know
bunch of people.
who? You know who people will give me? Kendrick. Every time I say Drake, they say Kendrick.
Because Kendrick give you that substance. Drake ain't really giving you nothing but singing auto-tune, singing and rapping about love songs. Or he's
But
not.
who puts in more work? Who puts in more work? Who grinds more? Like
He
Kendrick,
probably
he
put
been
in more
going.
work, but
How long Kendrick been going for? He just came back. How long Drake been going for? Think
I don't think
you
that
don't
should
take days
matter.
off. Well, that it matters to me because
It
I look
matters.
at work.
It
I look at
matters.
work ethic.
I don't think it should matter.
What you look at? I look at work ethic because I feel like if you work the hardest, you
I
deserve the
look
most
at
stuff.
bars, you know. I look at bars. I look at features. I look at the things people don't look at. I look at. I don't look at. I'm not looking at the accolades or anything like that. I'm talking about like just straight what comes out of the person's mouth, like
Well,
what they talk about.
to be honest, I feel like Drake is underrated when it comes to bars. Like people don't even look at that. Like to be honest, like study it, bro. That's all I can tell people. Like study it. People so quick to judge something without even understanding. But
I'll give you that one. All right, Drake is underrated when it comes to bars. Because it was a time when I was listening to his Scorpio album when it first came out. I was bumping it every day I washed dishes, and I heard some bars, and I got them bars. It took a while to get them too. I just kept listening. Anyway, we
what
gonna go
question
back.
was that? That was two, right?
That was two. Who had the biggest influence, Tupac or Biggie?
I feel like people gonna hate me. Pac, cause like,
Yo, man.
real man. Biggie did a lot when it came to the art of hip hop, but Pac did more.
And everything else.
Pac did more for the culture, bro. Like he inspired people, he influenced people. Like Biggie just was. Biggie was a goat at hip hop in general. Pac was a goat at life.
Right.
he taught. He didn't just rap. He taught. Like he educated.
He had
Like he
purpose when he
preached.
wrote. He had purpose when he
Yeah.
was writing.
Some people compared him to Martin Luther King, bro. He was the Martin Luther King of hip hop. Like
Hmm.
literally, some people said that. But yeah, I say Pac. He shit. How can you not say Pac? Who would you say?
I would say Tupac, man. Like just like you said, like he's done everything that Biggie hasn't done, plus more. He's done, and
I feel like Biggie
he
had
might.
the opportunity to do that, but he didn't.
Yeah, he did because he lived long. He outlived Big Tupac.
He just wasn't that kind of guy, though. He wasn't. He didn't care
He
for.
didn't. He didn't have it in him to do it.
Well,
He probably did, but he probably just never did it.
okay.
All right. So, who was the best at running the game? Period. All eras. Who was the best at running the game? I'm talking about eras.
Okay. 80s. Mm. You know, underrated in the 80s when it comes to the 80s?
Oh,
LL Cool J.
yeah, he is. Don't call it to come back. I've been here.
I
Yeah.
did it, yes. It go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Licks the hot shoes up. It sound like heaven.
He made that song.
That was his song, but everybody else was just featured.
Oh.
He had the last verse. And ironically, that started a beef between him and Cannabis. He was also on the song.
Yo,
Yeah,
I like Cannabis. Cannabis is tough. I like
I
Cannabis.
do. I like him too. Um, go to the 80s is hard because I wasn't a part of that era. I'm not. I'm not
Not
too.
not knowledge, not too knowledgeable about the era.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's not even that. It's like I like everybody equally from that era. It's like nobody stood out the most.
Yeah,
Like
it
I
was
like
like an
I like
even match between everybody.
I like Ice-T. Ice-T was a rapper back then. He was cool. Ice Q, Dre, all them. Um, Big Daddy Kane. I didn't really get into him like that, but he was
I
pretty
ain't getting
good.
a Big Daddy Kane that much too either, but I know he was tough.
You had Heavy D, right? I think he was the 80s. Uh,
Yeah, I think Heavy D was 80s. Yeah, Heavy D
Rak-
was the 80s.
Rakim, Eric B. I gotta go off popularity. I'm gonna just say Rakim because like I hear his name so much when you talk about that era of hip hop.
Yeah, Heavy D was the 80s.
I would say Rakim for the 80s, 90s pop, 2000s Eminem, 2010s Drake. I'm always
Yeah,
go. I'm always.
yo, it's just crazy. The only reason why I'm like, the only reason why it's like everybody hates him is because of how soft he sounds.
Who
How
Drake?
soft, yeah, like he just sounds so soft.
So
Sound like a
he a
baby.
certified lover boy.
I'm
He a
not
lover
mad that
boy.
he sounds so soft or anything because I'm a soft person at times, but
Hey
like,
man, I sound soft when I talk. You even told me that.
who said that?
You told me that. You said I sound like a whole girl. A lot of people told me that. I hate my voice. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. Different time, different day.
All right, who is the best motivator in hip hop?
Before you ask that question, well, you already asked that question. Did you finish your questions for the third one?
Yes,
The third topic.
yes,
Oh, you did. Okay.
Tua,
I ain't write
yes.
my Jones down though for them Jones. All right, ask that fifth question.
Who is the best motivator? That's my last question. In hip hop.
Pac. Ike, Pac, bro. Like, who else? This man revolutionized every era after his.
I gotta listen to Tupac. I ain't gonna lie. If I listen to him too much though, he's like one of them artists. Like he's like Eminem. If you listen to Eminem too much, he gets stuck in your head, and he start. I don't know. It's different with me because like if he when I'm listening to those type of artists like Eminem and Tupac, revolutionary artists that really get in your head, I start going crazy if I listen to them too much.
He told us that going crazy.
I really start going
Is
crazy.
there a way you can pause this, John?
Yeah.
Because we might be able to do the third topic. How you pause this,
You
John?
might not be able to do it while you're on the app though. You gotta go get off the app. But don't ask. Don't push the X though. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm back. All right, so you want to do the third topic? Purity. Bro, you still there? Paging Dr. Kheem. Kheem. Where you go at?
I went to the bathroom.
I thought you left. I thought something happened with the app or something. All right, so we finna do topic 3?
Topic 3 or topic 2?
Final topic. All right, did topic 2. Topic 3.
We did topic 2?
Yeah, topic 2 was relation. Oh no, we ain't even do topic 2. I'm tripping today. I'm tripping today. Okay. Want me to start out? So topic
Yeah.
2 is relationships, y'all.
Yes, it is.
I don't need y'all women to get in y'all bags either if y'all on this. This men talk. It's just men giving our opinions. You don't like it? Click off or F off, whatever they say. All right, so you want me to start? Doesn't matter.
Sure.
So, question 1. Topic is relationships. What do you think is the number 1 cause of breakups in a relationship?
Say it again.
What do you think is the number 1 cause of breakups in relationships?
I forget who that is. You realize we in a lot, right?
Huh?
You know who that is?
The real Biggie 6. Do not. It's probably somebody I really like. I'm really close with though. Hopefully it's not somebody I don't like. You got the
You
doctor
guys.
Jay.
Oh,
Now I know
boy.
what it is. Now
I
I
know
know
who
what
it
it
is
is.
now.
There's only one person that calls me Jay Bird.
I know, man. We're
Okay.
doing an interview. No, not an interview. A podcast. This is a podcast.
The JB and Dr.kheem cast.
Okay. So, what was the question?
So, what do you think is the number one cause of breakups in relationships?
When something's not clicking.
You said lack of communication, lack of trust. I like those answers.
I said when something's not clicking.
No, I'm saying that's what.
Oh yeah. That's what he said.
We appreciate feedback from the audience too. Feel free.
Yes.
Feel free.
Yes.
We got to get some special guests one day. We just getting started though, so.
I would say like just the trust goes away, or the interest goes away. Trust the interest, I would say.
Trust and
If
interest.
when you lose interest in a person, you want to either leave them or cheat on them. Or when you lose trust, you want to leave them or search for something, search for trust in something else or someone else, which results in you leaving them or cheating on them.
True that. I feel like add on what you were saying, like something's missing, something just ain't working. Uh, People just like to say it's because somebody cheated, but I feel like it's more than that. There's more to it than that, and I feel like people are still stuck on being upset and angry at the person for the act or whatever the problem is, that they don't try to understand why. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the number one cause. This is like a lack of understanding and a lack of uh, lack of just a lack of communication. Just like not being able to go to your partner and tell them what's wrong or tell them what's bothering you. I feel like that's the number one cause in breakups. Number two, do you truly believe that opposites can attract?
Yes, I'm a firm believer of that. I want to see like there's like at least one thing in this world that you guys can have a liking, and that could strengthen a bond that lasts for a long time. Just one thing. Just one thing.
I feel like they can, but I feel like they're bound to have problems because they're starting out
Of course.
different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they can last together. I don't know if somebody who's different from each other could ever get married or something like that and have a healthy relationship. But I believe in it. Never say never. Um, if you're in love, you're in love. So, do you believe? Do you believe in second chances, no matter the first go round?
I do believe in second chances because people have given me second chances. I think that a second chance is what is worth giving, depending on how bad the first chance was mistakenly, or how bad the first chance was messed up. It depends on how bad the first chance was messed up or messed up.
Okay. Uh, I won't know about no matter what happened the first go round, but I do believe in second chances because, you know, people make mistakes. Everybody's not perfect. Nobody's not perfect. But, you know, if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. You're gonna you're gonna get back together, you're gonna work things out, and you're gonna live happily ever after if it's meant to be. So yes, I believe in second chances. Um, 4. Do you think that couples should think of the child when their relationship is in trouble?
Of course, I think they should. If the child, uh, if 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 they're like deciding to separate, they should have a plan so that their child is able to be taken care of at least close to the way that it was when they were together.
I like these responses from the fans. Appreciate
I can't look at them because my phone lag is stupid.
it. King can't see him, guys, but he appreciates it. I feel like so you said you think they should consider the
Yeah,
child.
of
Um,
course.
I
Child is
agree.
like the future. Children
I
are the
agree.
future.
I agree. Even if you can't get along, even if it's not working out, you made something special. You made a child. So it's like for that child's sake, you should at least try to work things out or just figure out a way to, you know, keep that child happy. And like where both parents can be in the child's life and, you know, just because a relationship doesn't work out doesn't mean it has to be drama.
That's right.
Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. What do you think is most special about being in a relationship?
To know that you're not alone.
I
To know
agree.
that someone is by your side and able to help you with almost anything that you ask them to help you with or need assistance with. That you feel a whole like that's. I feel like sometimes that's what I need, but like I know I can give myself that.
I feel you.
But at the same time, you can't do everything by yourself.
Exactly. Takes two.
Yes, I was just playing that video game yesterday
Um,
night.
I feel like the most special thing about being in a relationship is the fact that you have somebody else who understands you. You have somebody else to uh, vent to when you feel like your friends or like the world just doesn't understand. Like that person that you're with is like your twin, your your go-to, if whatnot. Like
Mm.
somebody that just is there for you. It's like your mother or your family member. And there's no better feeling than being in love. I'll tell you that. I've been there, but I feel like being with somebody, there's nothing more special about than being with somebody who totally gets you. Like what more can you ask for? A
Yeah,
soulmate.
Yep. My turn. My turn.
I always forget about your questions. I'm so sorry.
It's
I'm
all right,
thinking we about
man.
to wrap up.
It's all right, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Have you ever? Have you ever? Every? 1, 2, 3.
Sound like a Kendrick Lamar intro.
Hold on.
I get.
I got. It's just so tough though. I like that. Would you consider? What would you consider a 10 to be?
uh,
Are these personal questions?
no, no. I would tell you if it was personal, but it's not. Even if it was personal,
No.
fuck it. We
Yeah,
live.
bro. Sit down.
Uh,
Something. Sit down. Yeah, bro.
um, ask that question one more time, because we got off task a little bit.
What would you consider a 10 to be?
Someone is beautiful in the inside and the outside, because it's not all about the outside. Like, she could have every perfect body part in the world, but still hurt you, break your heart, cheat on you, and
Yes.
be disloyal. Like,
Yes.
just because you think she's everything you want, because you see how she looks and she's so fine and this and that, it's all about the inside, bro. It's all about the heart.
I found my birthmark. I was looking for it all my life. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I consider a 10. Somebody, I learned this from Mr. Goodwin. He said it's not about one's personality. It's about their character, because the character is who you are when nobody's watching. And I like that. I remembered that to this day. If I didn't learn anything, I learned that.
Wait, say that
So,
again?
so Mr. Goodwin, I learned this in his class. He said that it's not about one's personality. It's about a person's character, because their character is who they are when no one's watching.
Mm, that's tough.
So yeah,
That's tough.
it's
That's
all about the
tough.
character to me. And for people that know me personally, they know I don't just settle for anything. So you have to have the full package. And I feel like my definition of the full package is so different from everybody else's. But that's just me. What's a 10 to you?
Um, I
Or does a
mean,
10 even exist?
it was basic. That was a basic. That was a basic description of how I wasn't going to do it. But I was just going to be like a 10. A 10 to me is just a thing. I didn't. You think it deep. When I wrote the question, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking one way. But when I wrote the question, I was thinking one way. I thought we was just talking about looks.
he like he bringing he
uh,
bringing he bringing quotes into it.
yeah, like hold on, you feel me?
I'm
All right,
just
so
flashbacks in my mind.
so I would say now I gotta change my question. Now I gotta change my answer. I would say a person who's genuinely down to compromise. Their soul have to, their mind and their mind and their soul has to be in the right place. They
Okay.
have to be willing to give for the cause, and if possible, create new life. This is just
Yeah.
my opinion. if she if the opportunity comes to that, it doesn't have to happen. But like, I would like a baby. So that's just me. But that's basically it. She doesn't
Right.
have to look, and she does not have to look. I feel like it's more about the personality, the more about the what she comes with, the things she comes with, than the image and what she looks like.
I like that.
Sure. But she can't. I'm not saying she can look like the Miss what Mike Wazowski or whatever, but but she just gotta look like something attractive. That's all. Just something
Uh,
attractive. That's all I ask. I'm not a big guy on attractiveness.
so rules for special guests. So we would love to have you on, and we will have you on. But these are the first couple of episodes of us just doing this thing. So I feel like I wanted to just get settled in with the podcast and everything, and so so we could get a better feel of it and we could get used to it, and then we'll go on and we'll start having people on. But definitely want you on, bro, because you got a lot to say, and I want to hear it. So definitely.
Oh my god, she playing Drake.
When the time comes, we'll let you know in advance what the topics are going to be. So
She
make
playing
it
Drake.
easy for you.
I cannot let them hear Drake because they're going to take off the. They're going to make me drop the call or whatever. They playing Lloyd.
So
What is it called? What is that song called?
Keem, you getting distracted, man.
Call me from this song. Give me a ride. Give me a ride.
Bro, the audience want to hear the audience want to hear the next question, man. This man talking about
Okay.
music.
Hey, the song came out of nowhere. I'm like,
All right, so that was the first one, right?
yeah.
All right, shoot.
Do you think all girls are out to get you?
Well, I feel like that's personal.
I didn't think so.
No, I don't feel like they're all out to get me. I
Cause
feel
I gotta
like
answer the question too. Don't be worried.
I know. I feel like we say out to get you. Elaborate.
I mean, like, no, I don't want to, cause then it's gonna get too personal.
Okay, I'll do it. I mean, but I don't know how to answer the question. Like,
All
um,
right, so.
just explain it without naming names. Just explain it
Oh,
without
cool.
naming
I
names.
can do that. I can do that. So, because of the person that did what they did to you has done something to you, since the person did what they did to you, you've been different and you've been not wanting to meet up with girls or to talk to girls at this point, or even like interact with girls. Do you think
Um,
that out to get you, or you just don't want to talk to any? This is
this
better.
is a
Let's
question.
say there you go.
I feel
Huh?
like this is for me specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like my whole thing with relationships is that, and women in general, I know what I want, and I'm a guy that always knew what he wanted. Like some people, they go through phases. I didn't need to do that at all. I knew what I wanted when I was a kid, and it's still to this day. That's exactly what I want. And it's somebody that's one in a million. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so hard to come by. and that person has come by once before, but it wasn't meant to be. Now, I don't feel like women are out to get me now. It's just I have so much expectations that I feel like nobody can meet. or very few. I would say that very few women can meet. But I'm not shutting it down when it comes to relationships. I'm just saying like it's gonna have to take that special woman, you know, to just catch my eye and make me get back into the feel of wanting to be in a relationship again.
To answer that question for me, at first, a long time ago, I thought girls was out to get me because I had a bad rep with a lot of different women. Won't name no names because that'd be coming from my head. But yeah, yeah, I had a lot of bad reps with a lot of women. Um, Not because of my fault. It usually was not my fault, but I was just being mistreated. I didn't want it anymore. So I kind of was scared. I didn't want girls to come to me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go outside. And I met up with JB. He was like, oh yeah, hey, shout out at that girl. He was like, holla at that girl. Go ahead, go get her. I think Quadi was there too.
Go get her.
And then I kept doing it. And then my confidence kept building up. So, and then I started doing it while I was alone. Nobody was there, and I just would do it. I don't do it anymore, but like because I'm not trying to look like I'm like starving in the street. But like I just it helped me build my confidence back up to like where I could actually be in a relationship with a person and not have to worry about not have to always have it in my mind to where as though I have to worry about how this person is going to act or what's going to happen. I'm not looking at the end result. I'm just focused on the now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Number, are we on 3?
yeah. Yeah, she playing some old songs. She playing Rome's Revenge. Right, our women, the underdogs in this world.
Good question. Uh, underdog. Elaborate.
Underdog. Like, all right, so do they do what? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Are they? This is getting difficult for me to explain things. I was talking. We were talking for about. How long we were talking?
Shit, had it been an hour, about an hour.
Tap the live button.
Yeah, it's close to it. 55 minutes.
Damn. Um, Said it again.
I mean,
What was the
hey
question?
man, it's been amazing so far. Uh, I just wanted you to elaborate because you said they were underdogs. What you mean by that?
Oh, as in like people, because they're like I in my opinion I would say they are the underdogs because like a lot of men treat them like crap. They beat on them. They do all these things to them. They make them have babies and then leave. Like, and then they just come out of nowhere and just like pull all these things out and like you know, just like do things that are not that men don't that it don't seem possible for women to do by men to men. Did I answer the question?
Not really. What do you mean by
I just
underdog though?
told you
Like,
underdogs, as in like they're the people who who rise above all the violence, all the negative, all the all the hate, all the relationship wise. This is the topic is relationship.
um, I I can't really say that because yeah, women do get mistreated a lot, but I wouldn't say that it's more than men. I would say it's equal because like I feel like people don't talk about it enough, like what women do to men and what they put them through. Like
Oh
it's an equal
yeah,
playing
you're
field.
right.
It's definitely an equal playing field. Like every time, all right, for example, every time a man hits a woman, the man becomes the bad guy automatically because he hit the woman. Now, did he have the right to hit the woman? No, by no means. No man should ever put his hands on a woman. But people never look at what was the conflict in the first place because nobody's a maniac. Nobody's just going to attack you. You know what I'm saying? But they never look at what was the conflict, what was the problem, and the problem came from the woman. It had to because men just not maniacs. They don't just beat on women for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's an even playing field. Women do get mistreated a lot, but so do men. And uh, I really want to say that men are underdogs, but I ain't gonna say that. I would just say that it's an even playing field because it goes both ways.
Okay. Oh, now I smell the hot dogs. Oh my god, that no, because I'm not supposed to eat certain foods anymore. I'm trying to make
Oh
myself
yeah,
not eat certain foods.
vegetarian.
My mom gonna cook. Yeah, my mom gonna cook some chicken and stuff tomorrow.
That's how they get you.
Exactly on the grill. I can smell it through my window, and my window closed. All right, are men supposed to be the protector?
This is number what? This is five, four. Oh, four. Okay. I'm supposed to be the protector. Yes. Well, that's another one that goes both ways. But yes, I feel like man, you gotta protect your woman. It's your job. It's your duty. You know what I'm saying? You're in a relationship. You gotta treat your woman like that's your baby. Like you like until you have a baby. Even when you have a baby, like that's your number one priority. And I feel like women should do the same. But it's not the woman's job. It's the man's job. It's part of being a man.
Okay, I would say yeah. It does go both ways. I feel like in certain instances and stuff like that. But yeah, men are. I guess men are supposed to be the main protectors. Cause like it also depends on like if the man is like what is it called, a masculine or a feminine man. Not talking about because you can have a certain masculine femininity to you, but still not be feminine as in gay.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, and that's just because of DNA, the way you're made and all that genetic.
Exactly.
Yeah, genetics. That's all I got. Last one. What makes a woman sexy?
It's like it's like number 2, right? Um, her character. A person's character is the most attractive thing, you know, that person has because it allows you to see them. It allows you to see who they really are. You know what I'm saying? And a person's, like I say, a person's personality can change, but a person's character can't change because that's who they were born that way and they're going to die that way. So a woman who is loyal, who will stick by her man through thick and thin, put up with his, BS, and 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 and
That bullshit.
um stand
Yeah.
and take care of her family, and just never lose faith in the relationship. I feel like that's the most sexiest thing a woman can be. Looks are just looks, man. Like people will say looks because like it's the obvious
Yeah,
answer, but it's like that's not everything. You know what I'm saying? If you're not looking for everything in a
that's true.
relationship, it's not going to work out because this is the mistake people make. They get into relationships thinking that they know it all. Like this is what I want. I want this girl. She's fine. She's hot. She's smoking.
She
And
fine.
then
She
and then and
fine.
then they dig in and they meet that person. And that person, that whole time, they thinking this guy is retarded because he just I got him. I got him under my I got him with a snap of my finger because he thinking that he understands me. He knows me just because of how I look and he sees my outside. But wait till he see my inside. It's gonna
Exactly.
drive him bananas. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
That's just what happened to me.
exactly. So so a couple of us can speak from experience. So we know like it is what it is. Like before you get into a relationship, be sure of what exactly that you want in a relationship. That's the advice I would give somebody. Even though I haven't been in many, I've seen a lot go down the drain because of they people who thought they knew what they wanted, and the whole time they were just blind.
Yeah, you're
And now
right.
they're either alone or they dug themselves a hole that they just can't ever get out of.
Dang, you dropped some gems. Yeah. Yeah, I like talking to you.
I try to show a little intellect on this podcast. Try to educate on this John.
You make me feel like I'm learning. I'm definitely going to have to watch this again. All right. This is the end of what is this podcast called? Keemcast?
The JB and Dr. Kheem cast.
The JB Dr.kheem. Thank you. And I'm out and
So
he's out.
that was episode 1 and 2. We wasn't even supposed to get 2. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got to come up with a schedule for this thing. We will be doing this a lot more. It's a great idea that me and Keem had, man. And it's just for us to express ourselves to you guys, for you guys to express yourselves to us. And I always say it's always great to talk about things. People don't talk about things enough. You know what I'm saying? If people would just simply talk about certain things, there would be less deaths. There would be less drama in this world. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is just episode 1 and 2. But we will be back in the next topic. Episode 3 would be mental health. And maybe it'll be another topic as well. You got to think about it. But that's all for now. Jay Burris, Dr. Kheem. And this has been the JB and Dr. Kheem cast. See you next time. Peace.